So I wanted to look at some new pictures, look at some more pictures of the Google Pixel Fold 2 because I am so excited for this phone. I don't know. I'm still wish a tad bit in my soul that they would have just copied the Pixel Fold 1. Nonetheless, though, the latest rumors is this phone is going to have a 16 gigabytes of RAM, which will be the most gigabytes of RAM on any foldable cell phone. And what you might look at, and you see these images, right? You might think, wait, is this just the OnePlus Open 2? Yeah, it looks exactly like it. I talked about that in a previous video. And you can't unsee that once you see it. Like, once you see these images, you automatically will always think this is just OnePlus Open, but recreated. Like, Google just took the blueprint and remade it. Now, picking back to my last point of 16 gigabytes of RAM, which again will be the most on any foldable phone. Currently, the Z Fold 6 has 12 gigabytes of RAM. The OnePlus Open has 12 gigabytes of RAM. The Pixel Fold 1 has 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now this phone will have 16. And it just kind of goes to show how powerful, how much horsepower, Google is trying to put behind this phone. They're trying to make this phone as powerful as humanly possible to compete with these other cell phones on the market. And I gotta give them props for that. But it still scares the crap out of me because one thing we have seen when it comes to the Pixel Fold 1 is issues of overheating, right? That's the biggest issue. And if the phone overheats, slows down, and doesn't work right because of the fact that it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, kind of does scare me because there's really no reason to have 16 gigabytes of RAM on a cell phone. You're not really going to see much of an improvement in your workload. Now, if you're a power user and you're crazy, maybe, but even then, this cell phone doesn't have Samsung DeX. Like, if it had Samsung DeX and it was a Samsung Galaxy phone, whether it's a Z Fold or S, whatever, it would make sense, and I would be like, okay, yeah, that makes logical sense. It's not a Z Fold device. So really, the 16 gigabytes of RAM is just overkill for a device that's not going to be able to take advantage of it, / be able to really use it to the full potential and the full ability. So that is kind of disappointing in a way. I wish, somehow Google did have their own Google DeX or something like that, maybe an operating system where when you connect it to a display, you get somewhat of a, an Linux-based system interface, but you don't. So 16 gigabytes of RAM is nice, but it's just not really going to do much. Tensor G4 chip, according to rumors, they're skipping the G3 chip. They're going to the G4, which is great because they gave us an outdated processor last time. So again, how powerful is that going to be? Very powerful, according to rumors. But is it going to overheat and cause problems? Again, more questions. There was more questions around this device than any answers Google can give us on August 13th. 13th, by the way, when they're going to release this and actually announce this. And they're like, I have so many questions that I don't think even one panel, show is going to be able to answer. Because there's so many things of, well, what about this? What about this? It really is going to come down to picking this phone up for myself, actually utilizing it and seeing, how good this device actually is. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to expect. I mean, this phone could either be absolutely amazing, the most powerful phone ever, which I don't even know what that would be like because at the end of the day, the Z Fold 6 is very powerful. How much more powerful can you get than that? I don't know. More questions than answered. And, I don't know why. Hang on, guys. Not sure why my monitor just changed from... Okay, not sure why my Xbox screen is up. Alright, not sure about that, guys, but definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. On my end, for some reason, my whole entire PC just glitched, but on your end, you're just still seeing the same thing. But yeah, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about this device right now, but I guess we'll find out on August 13th. Peace out, guys.